Mirembe Kandi. I am called Lungafa Egonza, and I'll be your friend in our study of Logooli. I therefore welcome you. Together we learn, discuss, and even expound on this beautiful language of our Logooli. The speakers of Logooli are our Logooli. Our Logooli are found mainly north of Lake Victoria, Western Kenya. And if we were to look on a map, Africa, East Africa we have Kenya, and Western Kenya is where the people are found. Basically on Maragoli Hills, where the cradle is, and today most of our Logooli have spread beyond. They live in many different parts of the world. Therefore, learning Logooli will be about learning the people's awareness, their understanding of environment, and such other things that add on to the general know-how and knowledge of the world. What is it expected of us, or rather, what kind of a language is Logooli? Logooli is a Bantu dialect, and it has the characteristics of a Bantu language, which we shall be learning and expounding on. Those characteristics are also found in similar languages of Logooli, or rather Bantu. These languages include Kiganda, Kinyarwanda, Lingala, Zulu, Xhosa, and many others. We all stem from the Bantu family of languages. A commonly and widespread Bantu language is Kiswahili, and if you've heard or learned or heard about the Kiswahili language, Logooli is near, or rather the structure of Kiswahili and Logooli is one and the same, except a few distinct things that we shall be learning and expanding on as we go ahead. Some of the simple things in Logooli that we will be learning about is that when you hear me speak about it, the language, Logooli, you'll hear like I'm speaking something of an R here, an R here, an R here. These are some of the simple structures or simple distinct features of this language. So that instead of us writing Logooli for an R here and an R here and an R here, we choose to write an L, as so called in English. It's not an L, it's a soft R in Logooli, because our articulation of letter R is not R, the way the tongue vibrates. It's R, soft. So we represent that sound by this letter. Another thing, or rather simple things that we shall be also looking at are things like elongation. Logooli as a language. You'll find there are some long sounds. Sometimes it's part of the accent. Sometimes they have their own meanings that we shall be finding as we go on with the language. Other simple things to add on, we have Logooli. meaning there is an addition of elements. We have Ru plus Logooli to get us Logooli. The Ru here is language. The Logooli here represents a people. It's the core. It could be even the philosophy of the people and all that. Similar to our Logooli, we have A plus Va plus Logooli. We will look at what is the relevance of A here, Va here, Logooli here. So that in brief, A is a noun class agreement and Va represents people in plural, and Logooli remains our root word of what we are discussing here. It goes on. These people live in a land, or their land indigenously, or their cradle is called Logooli. Logooli. Right? Is for location. Wu is uncountable. Noun. It's represented by Wu. Logooli. So it is such a simple structure, and knowing these little elements that will be all about learning the language. It's also so easy with knowing these elements that you can yourself construct words and even extend in your knowledge of Logooli. So feel welcome, and I'll be here with you. If you have any questions, please ask, and we will together learn more. Remember to mail us at logooli@gmail.com and subscribe at our YouTube channel. We shall also be reading and writing more at logooli.blogspot.com. Asante sana. Kwaheri.